Oh, well, you ready? You feeling good?
I'm fine, yes. I feel fine.
Just do the What is up, everybody? It is Connor Fersner with Crank It Country, and today I am cranking it up in the studio with the lovely and talented Miss Ellen Starski. How you doing?
Hello, Connor. I'm good. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. Very glad to have you in. I love your last name. Are you any relation to Starsky and Hutch?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely none?
No.
But you're aware of the characters,
yes,
correct?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. Who do you think we would be in this scenario, even though your name is Starsky? Do you think I'm more of a Starsky
gonna say
and you're more of a Hutch?
I'm Starsky.
All right. I'll take the Hutch, I'll take the Hutch, absolutely. Well, you just released your album,
Correct,
Days,
yes.
When Peonies Pray for the Ants.
That's right.
Tell me about it.
Well, this is a work that we have, it's been like 2 years in the making, and we released it May 11th, so we're very excited about it. It's somewhat of a autobiographical album that's kind of rooted in Americana and folk and organic pop.
All the good things. It's like a blending of my 3 favorite things.
Well, good. I hope you like it.
Yeah, and in the description I saw you mentioned influences behind it: Leonard Cohen, Bob Dylan's Desire, and Robert Plant and Alison Krauss's combined album. Tell me about your associations with those albums.
Well, pretty much those were the albums I was listening to while I was driving to the studios. So Desire is my favorite Bob Dylan album of all time.
Of course, I agree.
Yeah,
Hurricane, One More Cup of Coffee.
Yeah,
it's very underrated.
One More Cup
album,
of Coffee. I talk
yeah.
about that one all the time. And Emmylou Harris and her backup vocals on that album are just amazing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
and a lot of
adore
people
her.
don't even know that she did them.
I know.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. She made that album sparkle. But the Robert Plant, actually that was my husband's suggestion because the huge drums that they used, like T-Bone Burnett brought out, we used some of those in the studio. So we were kind of like feeling that vibe.
Very good.
From that album.
The big production.
Yeah, and Leonard Cohen is more like the poetic.
Yeah, the dark poetic songwriter aspect.
Yes,
of
yeah,
it.
and I wrote the entire album finger picking pretty much with my guitar, and then I took it to Anne McHugh, who produced the album, and she took it, and we decided to go for it musically.
Yeah.
Like we heard strings and we heard all these things, and she just made it. She made it soar.
Just
yeah.
layers upon layers. Of
Exactly.
Good sounds. That's what it's all
That's
about.
what she did. Yeah.
So you're from rural Pennsylvania originally, correct?
Correct. Yes.
What town?
Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania.
Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania. Tell me the population, what it's like there.
Can I just say 3 stoplights?
3 stoplights?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good population number. Yeah.
Yes, probably like 2,000 maybe tops. Yeah, I'd say that. We actually have a Tickle Belly Bridge in town.
Tickle Belly Bridge?
Yes.
Like, do people go there and line up for tickles on the belly? Is that
Well,
what
whenever
it's
you
about?
take your car over the bridge, your stomach pretty much comes up and into your throat. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like one of those bridges.
Shoo.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the children love it. So that's one of our little claims to fame.
And you have kids of your own, correct?
I do. I have a daughter. Her name's
me
Mary.
Tell
She
me
just
about Mary.
turned 4 years old, and she's the love of our lives.
Rocking and rolling.
Yes.
That's very good. Any 4-year-old traumas right now she's getting into, or she passed the terrible 2s? She's in the Fantastic 4s.
I never heard of that before. I love it.
I knew I was a terrible 2 person, but I thought the Fantastic 4, superheroes, and
I
also
love
great
that.
age.
Yeah. She just turned 4 on June 8th, and I feel like she's really, really coming into herself now. And she's like exploring art and drawing. She's doing all this drawing, and she loves mermaids and the Sea Witch, and just like all these really neat things are happening with her imagination. It's a beautiful thing to see.
That's awesome. You should definitely send me some pictures so I can scope them up in this interview.
Maybe I
show them
will.
off.
Maybe.
Yeah. Might have some potential buyers out there. You could hang those in East Nashville coffee shops. Get $200. You never know.
Okay, maybe I'll send a couple over.
It's time to start pimping out your daughter. Making money off her stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually
4
very
years old
protective
is
of
long
her.
enough. Yeah. That's a good way to be, though.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yeah.
As I would assume you would be, as my mom is about me. Well, another thing I looked through your Instagram. I saw y'all recently rescued some turtles.
Oh, yes. It's actually a passion of mine to rescue animals. So my daughter and I were out playing in the street. It was like that monsoon downpour we had like a month ago.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I was around.
It was wild, right?
It was terrifying.
So
I woke up and it was dark outside.
Yes, it was crazy. So anyway, we were out playing in the puddles, and next thing I know, I look over, and there's this little baby turtle. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I think they hatched. So we started walking up the street, and we found 4 of them. And
oh my gosh.
we took them in, and we're actually like keeping them for right now until they get a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
and
you have to.
Yeah,
what are their names? Have you named them yet?
No, but I was thinking like that. Well, she did name them after her friends, but I was thinking more like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because there's 4 of them.
4 of them. That's perfect.
Right? Yeah. So I guess it'd be like Leonardo. What are their names? Raphael,
Michelangelo, Raphael,
and
Donatello. Because they're all Renaissance artists.
Yes,
I don't know if you made that connection.
I didn't until right now.
Yes, pretty crazy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a lot deeper than they led us to believe.
True.
Kids, you know? You were telling me earlier about how you used to be a bartender in East Nashville. Do you have any wacky bartending stories that you could share with us?
I've met some great musicians, which was really interesting, like the networking that can happen here in Nashville. I really love that, just being behind a bar. It really opens up conversation.
Absolutely,
so
very easy way to talk to people.
It really, especially when people have a couple drinks in them, and then next thing you know, you're talking about the new album that's coming out, and everyone's excited. So it was
sharing
a great job.
Dropbox folders with total strangers.
Yes,
it
happens.
Let me know how it
here's my Facebook.
DM me on LinkedIn.
Exactly.
All the good things. Well, Ellen, I would love it if we could perform a rendition of one of your songs on the album.
I would love to.
You have someone special hanging out, right?
I do.
You got
my
husband
is in the studio with us today, Sean Starski.
Sean Starski, let's get him out here, the big SS.
All right. Come, my daddy, chasing the sun today. Come, my daddy, chasing the sun today. In those hills far away, must have been the way it was raised, and for a moment I was there by his side. Saw the sunset and glory through his eyes as I rolled over the plains in our country just the same.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Laughed and we talked about memories passing us by, to where that the street lights had chosen to shine. As we pass through this time, there's not a shiver of doubt in my mind.
That was beautiful. That gave me so many beautiful moods and vibes inside of my body. Well, Ellen, do you have some social media out there where the fans can find and follow you?
I do, yes. Website is www.ellenstarsky.com, and then there's Instagram. You can find me, Ellen Starski, there. Facebook, same. So, yeah, I think that's about it all.
All the good goods.
Yeah.
Check her out, find and follow her. Make sure you check out her new album. It's awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Connor, for having me.
Of course. Glad to have you.